Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 5 of the Bro Vote. I'm your host, Alex Dolly-Wall, and I'm joined by the boys.
Anthony.
Jack not in the back this time.
Yeah, we got Jack in front of the camera now. In the back, we got
Michael. I'm back after I missed 2 episodes.
a little hiatus.
Yeah.
And
And we got Dom with us too.
yeah,
But his voice is still in Athens.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
we got left at Mercantile Social the other night. Well, welcome back. Merry Christmas. Merry New Year. Yeah, it's kind of been a little bit of a crazy week. But yeah, I think we're going to get right into it. Michael, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, so the first one we got here is California Governor Gavin Newsom declares state of emergency over the bird flu after 34 cases. So on Wednesday, they declared a state of emergency over the bird flu. He wrote that all residents are to obey the direction of emergency officials with regard to this emergency in order to protect their safety. So that's kind of where we're starting this one off. And I'll kind of leave that up there for you guys.
So it ended up originating, allegedly, from dairy cows at some of these dairies in Southern California. Again, they're trying to... The conspiracy is that they're trying to create another COVID kind of last second to give Trump a little bit of a shit show to start out with. But
I mean, I'm not saying it's not a real thing. It's definitely something that's been around. We've seen it's for the past year, but it just seems like all of a sudden now we're getting build up, and especially from California, out of all the states, is making it such a big deal right before Trump gets in office. And I think personally, I feel that it is being used as something to slow down Trump. So when he gets in office, that he can't be able to be as proactive as he's saying he's going to be, because now he has to focus on the bird flu, and it's going to be another pandemic just like COVID.
What's the side effects of the bird flu? I'm not super knowledgeable.
Supposedly it kills 1 in 4 people. Now, there's not really that much live data on it because no one's really been...
Yeah.
It's
not new either. It's not like they just figured out what the bird flu was.
Yeah, but what do you get? What are
the symptoms?
Yeah.
Beats me, man.
I honestly don't know.
We got Google back there, buddy.
Google back there.
Yeah, let's see.
Real quick.
I mean, surely the CDC has something ready to go in the case that there is an outbreak.
But do we trust the CDC after COVID?
Not really. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Fever, cough, sore throat. It sounds like your
sounds like any
average
other cold. Or just... It sounds like a cold or a
Just
flu,
the regular flu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is causing here's I guess the shortness of breath or difficulty with breathing is what's causing the supposed deaths of the bird flu.
That's kind of a general statement for a lot of things, difficulty breathing, nausea, vomiting, a lot of it will probably come down to the health of the individual, just like COVID,
Yeah.
If you had a compromised immune system, you were more likely to get way more sick or even die versus somebody who, was pretty healthy to begin with.
No.
Exactly. Oh, no, I'm also not personally, I'm not a big milk drinker. Definitely not a big raw milk kind of guy, per se. So maybe just don't drink diseased cow milk. I think it's pretty...
There's nothing wrong with raw milk. It just depends on where you're receiving
kind of gross to me, but even humans in general, we're the only species that drinks another mammal's milk.
Yeah.
I think...
Raw milk's pretty good, though.
Hey, milk's good for your bones. Makes you strong.
I'm going to... Okay,
I think that got disproved or something like that.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. It's got what? Calcium in it or something? That's what makes you...
I heard somebody be like, that was actually just totally fake. The whole Got Milk campaign was actually false.
Got Milk, great ad campaign.
I mean, for sure.
Do you have milk, though?
Me personally, I don't have milk on me. I
got it on me.
Nothing.
All right, so that's where supposedly the first case broke out from I believe was someone drinking raw milk. Now, you could tie this into the whole thing. Like, the way I'm seeing this is you've had this huge movement in the past, like, couple years of people focusing on nutrition, getting away from I call it emergency health and emergency doctors, as we live in a system right now in the United States where you're sick, you go to the doctor and you get prescribed a prescription, when a lot of times it's just numbing the symptoms instead of actually fixing.
Let's go to the food.
That's what I'm saying. Is like that's why people have been focusing all on nutrition all of a sudden, because they're like, oh, if I'm eating a certain way and getting away from the seed oils and doing certain and things like that, then I'm going to support my immune system and be less likely to get sick.
What is your point with that? What does that have to do with milk?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Let me finish on this. Let me finish my statement. So,
long statement.
I have to give the background, though, and explaining why people are drinking raw milk more is because of nutrition. So,
It's gross.
raw milk is unpasteurized, unhomogenized milk. That being, cannot in a lot of states it cannot be sold. All right, in a lot of states,
He said funny word.
Oh my gosh, you're just
Keep
children.
going.
Okay.
You're good.
So, so people are saying, all right, it has the healthy bacteria in it, so I'm drinking this because it's supporting my immune system going forth. And now all of a sudden,
Now it has unhealthy bacteria in it, so maybe don't drink it.
Hey, real talk. Does chocolate milk come from chocolate cows?
oh my gosh,
Strawberry milk comes from strawberry cows.
That's crazy.
I've seen it.
Dude,
myself.
we used to go on field trips up to like dairy farms, and we'd make ice cream up there.
We
So
totally
pure.
just derailed.
Sorry, the point was I took 10 hours. Sorry.
Anthony's point is that people are starting to drink raw milk.
because it's healthier.
Yes.
because it's healthier, because it has you're not destroying the milk entirely. That being said, is that there is probably bad bacteria in it too, but it all depends on where the cow is, how it's being taken care of, and if your standard dairy farm, you have a bunch of cows all in a line, they use the restroom right where they're also being milked. I'm trying to avoid curse words.
You
All
can
right.
say shit.
Okay, I can say shit. Okay, they shit right where they're also being milked. That's why there's harmful bacteria that's getting into that milk. All right. So I hate you guys so much. Like,
The lead up to this point.
the lead up to this point is like I'm on the edge of my seat.
Wait.
here.
Are you trying to say like just drink it at your own discretion?
it's
or
drink.
what?
Well, that's how it's always been. Why is it so? Raw milk is outlawed in a lot of states. Fine, okay, that's what it is. But you have all these people that are now forming behind it and saying, no, why is it outlawed? Why are you regulating raw milk? I want to drink it because for nutrition.
Right.
But then all of a sudden now bird flu is first found in raw milk. My whole theory on this is it immediately is pushing all these people back, saying, no, I can't do this now because I'm going to die if I drink raw milk because the bird flu's in it, and pushing everyone back into the system of prescriptions and everything and getting away from the nutrition that they've been focusing on for the past 2 years.
You think there's more
with
behind
RFK.
it?
RFK is a
think
huge advocate for raw milk.
Yeah, but I think that there might be like a little bit of a stretch to say like the raw milk is going to lead to people eating a bunch of seed oils. Like, I think that
I'm not.
I don't think there's
I'm
a
just
giant.
saying it's pushing it away.
I don't
from the
think there's a
nutrition
giant conspiracy with the nutrition aspect of this whole thing. I think it's more of like a COVID deal than it is like a get people to stop
Drinking
eating natural foods or something like that. I think they're just finding an easy way, and in theory, it is easy. Like, it's something that is like totally natural, but there are nasty ass cows out there.
Yeah.
So like,
I've been drinking raw milk for my entire life, off and on. Being on the farm, we would drink raw milk.
You lived on a farm?
My
Yeehaw.
grandparents lived on a farm, and so I'd go up there and spend an entire summer and drink raw milk the entire summer, and I had no issue.
Yeah.
I've been drinking raw milk.
I'm not saying
for
that
2 years
you're
straight,
guaranteed to
and-
have an issue. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that there's a greater chance of you having an issue drinking raw milk than something that has the
brand.
bacteria taken out of it.
I'm saying
Yeah,
it just
the
completely
pasteurized milk
depends
you get
on
at the
where you're
store.
getting your raw milk from. If you have a cow in your backyard and you're actually cleaning the udders and before getting the milk, and it's not shitting in the same place that you're milking it, I think you're totally fine. I've been like, I drink probably 2 gallons of raw milk a week, and have not gotten sick once off of raw milk.
That's just gross in general.
Just built
Why are you
different, I
drinking
guess.
I'm just-
gallons a week of milk or gallons of milk a week?
Dude, he
Dude,
wants to be a
protein.
big, strong boy.
I just think drinking straight milk is the most disgusting thing.
It's honestly
that's-
not that bad. I
It's
tried.
really good with cookies,
So
especially
I love
dude.
raw milk.
So
I'll
Santa
go grab a
likes it.
gallon
It's
right
good enough
now.
for me.
You guys want to chug a gallon of raw
so
milk?
gross.
Heck
no,
no.
I
Not
do
right
not. No.
You wouldn't even try it?
Like
It's
I've had
so
raw
delicious,
milk.
dude. It
I've
tastes like
had
ice
milk
cream.
before. I know what it tastes like. I'm just not a big fan of like just straight up milk in
Yeah.
general.
I got you.
It's got to be mixed into something or with something.
Cereal.
If I'm not putting my Nesquik sugar into it,
That's
I
not
don't
what
want to
I was
drink milk.
saying. I was
That's
saying-
exactly what Alex is
No,
saying.
I'm saying like cereal or something or coffee.
Cereal's disgusting.
Excuse me?
What?
Wild take from that side of the couch.
It's horrible.
Bro,
Raw milk, no cereal.
All right, let's get off the point. All right,
We've
so the
talked
bird
about-
flu, the bird flu is all of a sudden becoming a big thing right before
right.
the Trump presidency, and California is now in a state of emergency because of it, because they think it's gonna be the second COVID.
isn't that what we just said?
I'm wrapping up the
He's
point.
wrapping up
We're
the
going.
point.
Let's get to the
If
next
you
topic.
don't drink raw milk and you still get it at the grocery store, you're fine. If you're going to drink raw milk, just be aware.
Yeah.
It's nothing to freak out about, but it's there. So
I'll still be
I
drinking
don't
raw
know.
milk.
But if you die,
Until the day I die.
If you die, I'm gonna laugh.
Which might
at
be
you.
soon because of bird flu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Godspeed, Anthony.
I don't trust the government or the CDC or any of you. I trust no one,
Anyway,
I'm gonna trust the guy that didn't go to college.
and I'll live the longest, and I'm gonna go die out in the woods by myself. It's gonna be a great life,
honorable lonely death.
honorable
Have
lonely
you seen
death.
those? Have you seen those memes where it's like the masculine urge should just bleed out here?
Yes.
and it's
Yes.
like
dying
just-
on the hill.
Yeah,
Just absolutely.
or there's like a just snowy like forest, and there's like a clearing. Yeah,
That'll be me. I'll be like 95 in a tree stand.
Trying to fix someone's septic tank.
with a gallon of raw milk.
I do not do that, but
All right, so
yeah.
this next one is pretty wild. I just learned about this one not too long ago, but Guatemalan man identified as the suspect in the death of the woman who was lit on fire on a subway. So I'll just leave it at that and let you guys kind of explain what happened here.
who wins?
So
I just
there
talked
was
a lot, so.
there was some woman, or I think it was just this guy and this woman were the only people on this train car. I believe it was the F line in New York, and he just lit her on fire while she was asleep and just kind of sat there and watched.
That's insane.
And I believe he's an illegal immigrant, as far as I saw. But either way, that's not something you want to have. Like, this is just, especially in New York, after they were saying it's safe. Mayor Adams, I think his name was saying it was safe or something. And now you have more occasions like this happening more and more.
Yeah, I mean, another example of like disgusting behavior by somebody who shouldn't even be in America in the first place.
yeah, unprovoked is
yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Another aspect of this that bothers me is they discovered that she was surrounded by liquor bottles. It's just alcohol abuse, lighting it on fire.
Yeah.
Oof, can't have that.
Yeah.
Now, do we know if she was homeless or not?
From what I saw,
I
she
think
was.
Yeah.
Because that makes it justified. I'm joking. I'm just completely.
Damn.
Canceled. We just
I-
cut
well,
off.
Oh.
It's a joke because there's no reason what the difference between her being homeless and not. I'm just was wondering, but yeah. So it's just crazy to me that first of all, it goes back to why do we have all these illegal immigrants in this country, and now here's another death.
Yeah, I want to know like how this
Yeah.
dude ended up in New York in the first place. Probably Kamala's tour bus bringing him up, which is
free flights, free
so
hotels.
gay. But again, like there's such an absurdity of the actions of these people that
Yeah.
there has to be something done about it.
Yeah, I mean,
at some point soon, and hopefully Trump is going to do that. But again, like how
How do you get to that
messed
point?
up in the head are you
Right.
to just light some random lady on fire?
How many more things like this have to happen before everyone in our country agrees that they all need to be kicked out and sent away? Because, I mean, if you look at it, there's lesser issues where it'll happen one time and everyone's like, oh, blah, 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 we need to stop this, stop that. All right, well, look at a pressing issue like this that's time and time again ended up in innocent American citizens dying in our own country.
Right, and they're becoming like weekly, if not daily occurrences.
Yeah, I swear, I can't go on Instagram or TikTok without seeing illegal immigrant in New York City or wherever does this, and this. And it's, I mean, I've seen videos of people try to go and interview these guys, like, why are you here? Why'd you come here? How'd you get here? And they just won't answer anything because they know when they open their mouth, it's like, all right, then they're known, and it's like time they're gonna get the boot.
Yeah, what I'm trying to figure out is the mindset of you want to come to America, you do it illegally, you somehow end up here, and now you're like, what would cause you to do something like that after, you know?
The way of life in Central and South America is completely different than it is here.
No,
I'm
I
not
know,
saying
but
that like crime is normalized there, but it's more normal there than it is in the
it
US.
is very normalized there.
So,
I mean,
that's like
I
a
think
crazy thing
I
to
think
say.
Guatemala, their president or leader, prime minister, whatever their leader is there, he, maybe it was El Salvador, one of them. They just created like one of the biggest jails in the world, and they're just locking everyone up, and their crime rate has dropped dramatically.
Yeah.
And so maybe like it could be one of the things they're thinking. It's easier to do crime in a bigger country than it is in this small little country where there's, you know, more people that are vigilant towards this kind of stuff.
So this just goes back to the whole thing where like the left wants to bring in all these people because they're like they want a better life. Okay, there obviously is individuals that want a better life, and that's why they're coming to this country. But then you're also bringing in just criminals like this. This is another innocent death. This is the reason why you have to have a secure border, and you have to have people have to come in through visas. You can't just let every single person across the border because you're killing innocent people for no reason, because criminals will always follow and find a way.
Right.
You know, like.
Yeah, that one.
There's no like. It's another like we know like with. There's countless deaths that we've seen this presidency from just illegal immigrants, and you could have stopped them from coming in and saved all these people from dying.
But I think what's pretty savage is the new border czar guy, and Tom Homan, I think is his name. You scroll down. We've talked about him before.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Homan. Yeah, he's sick. He is very, very adamant about solving these issues. And he kind of like sounded off against the New York governor because her name's Kathy Hochul. I probably screwed that up. But she was saying that, I've made subways and public transportation so much safer, blah, blah, blah. Then this happens. And he goes on Fox and Friends and is basically like, shame on you. You are despicable. You've actually done nothing except bring crime and like chaos to New York, and you deserve to be or like to step down or something like that. Like be removed.
Shouldn't be
from
in that
office.
position.
Yeah. And so I think he'll do like a really good job of first secure. I think the border has to get secured first before you like then try to pick off people from the inside.
Right.
And so I think like he'll do a good job of first securing the border, and then Trump has already talked about having like mass deportation strategies. And kind of creating like national states of emergency and enlisting the National Guard to basically go. It sounds slightly.
It sounds rough.
Nazi Germany-ish, where it's like, where's the illegals? Round them up, kind of thing. But like.
At this point, they just continue innocent death.
Because it's gotten so bad. I mean, like that headline it strikes pretty hard.
Imagine if there was like a dollar amount per person you could round up.
Oh, jeez.
Have you seen the video? It's like some comedian or guy that does skits. He went over to like the Home Depot, picked a bunch of Mexicans, and then drove them to the immigration office.
Yeah.
You would just have so many. You'd have people starting
so
to
funny.
just do that, and that could be potentially dangerous, just for everyone.
Yeah. Well, and then on top of this, you have freaking Biden selling all the border material, like the wall material, down in Arizona and like Texas. He sent like troops in and then like is auctioning off the material.
Wait, is it on eBay? Can I buy some?
Yeah,
And then we'll just bring it back
Yeah.
over there. And
Well, yeah, I heard that.
Oh no, I was gonna hang it up on the wall.
I heard that there were companies who weren't going to sell to the U.S. government after Trump gets in office.
Okay, that's their fault.
Yeah.
Don't be
Yeah.
involved in one of the biggest
Yeah.
markets on the planet.
That's
Your loss.
Yeah, that's
take
your
an L.
loss.
If you want to shoot yourself in the foot and destroy your company, by all means, go ahead and do
Exactly.
it. Open up the market for someone else that actually is smart business
Right.
and business
free
minded.
market. It's America.
I feel like we're just living in a reality TV show.
It really feels like that more and more.
Like the more I read headlines and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we doing?
Well, that's like the thing is like everybody jokes that like this could be like just a crazy movie.
Someone's just
Yeah.
up there like. I always have like those out of body
aliens.
experience like thoughts, and I'm like, because I'll be on a long drive or something, and everyone. I don't know if y'all, but like I like zone out sometimes, and like I'll get like 10 minutes down the road, like how did I get here? But like in
Yeah.
that 10 minutes, I'm thinking like, what if I'm just like in someone's like some kid's play box, and they're just driving me around, but I have
Or
no
what
free
if
will.
like we're all just like a projection and then we wake up
Yeah.
one day? Or you're some like
It's like Avatar. We're just like
cracked out kid on like DMT and you're like living an alternate life. Like they
Yeah.
they
It's
say like on DMT you live like another lifetime.
Another
in, like,
lifetime, yeah.
10 minutes.
yeah.
But I mean, just imagine explaining all of it when like you
Imagine waking
get
up.
old and you have kids and they're asking you what life was like when you were younger and
Dude, I think about it all the time. I'm like, cause we'll go do something. I'm like, is this something I can tell my kids about?
But
And
how do you
then,
think? But like, how do you
times
think
it's no.
that's gonna go in the books, like the history books? And how
Yeah.
they're gonna be taught about Trump and Biden and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Biden will go down as one of the worst presidents of all time.
I just think it's going to
so.
take
From
a
a
little bit for
very-
people to accept that.
From a very objective standpoint, I think he has done enough to fail this country, especially in the last year, to where he'll go down as the senile old guy that limped his way to the finish line. He almost didn't even make it to the finish
Yeah,
line.
he
Yeah.
They were
barely
talking
made
about
it.
enacting the 25th Amendment this past week because they called
Yeah.
him and Kamala back to the White House, and they were saying that they were going to try to have her in for the last month to basically say that Biden is incapable mentally of holding the office, which is what everybody has been saying for the past 2 years. Like now you guys want to use that card when
Yep.
we've all been saying it. It's laughable the way that they're handling this last little bit of his presidency.
Just think about what would happen in that last month. If they did that, just think, because everyone already thinks Joe Biden's weak around like other world leaders. What
Right.
are they gonna do if Kamala's in? They know she just has a month and she's gonna probably try to do something. But if I'm another world leader in a conflict, I'm taking action at some point in that month.
yeah, that's
You're going from weak to weaker.
So, something else that I saw that was crazy is the Nation. They asked, like, the Nation is an like a article, right? And they asked Biden to, they asked him to. Oh my gosh, why am I?
Are you okay, man? Like,
I'm not okay.
This is why you don't drink raw milk.
Okay.
Brain cells dead by the second.
No, they asked him to pardon all the illegal immigrants.
What?
Yeah. It was
He
an
wouldn't do
article
that. He
released
wouldn't
by
do that,
The
no.
Nation,
I don't-
and they said that he should pardon all the illegal immigrants so that Trump and Homan can't kick them all out of this country.
Did you see they were talking about getting rid of the soil citizenship deal?
I didn't hear about that.
Where it's like, so the rule is like if you're born on
Right.
U.S. soil, you're automatically a citizen.
Right.
But there's talk of them outlawing it for children of illegal immigrants, to illegal immigrants. So that they'd all just go back together.
So if,
Yeah.
if one parent is because that was
No,
part of the whole
both,
thing
I
with.
think.
No, well, I was gonna. If one parent is a citizen, then the
Yeah,
child
oh,
can
yeah,
stay.
right.
But that's
because
where.
if they get married, then the other person becomes a citizen
Yeah.
by proxy. Anyway.
So that's where like people will think that's awful, but that they did that all in spite of Kamala and the left saying, "Well, you can't. How are you going to split these families up?" And then Homan's like, "Well, we won't. They're not citizens because they were born from
And it's like
an illegal illegal immigrants."
if you commit a crime, say you're convicted of drunk driving or abuse or anything like that, you go to jail and you are separated from your family. They committed a crime. Sorry, you commit the crime. You don't have a right to be stuck with your kids the whole time or your partner. Go ahead, Dom.
I think the problem is like coming into the country illegally is not looked at as like a crime, right? It's like obviously like to us it is, but to other people like
They're just
immigrants
undocumented.
right, yeah. It's like, well, we're trying to find a better life and, want their families to have a better life. Well, I mean,
Some, but then you have others that just go and kill innocent people. So
Yeah.
an American innocent people.
Yeah, exactly. Citizenship should take precedent over wanting a better life.
undocumented
Yeah.
individuals.
Yeah. Speaking of the Joseph Biden, one of his last acts as president, he grants pardon to 37 federal death row inmates. We talked about the death penalty a couple weeks ago with Felipe. If you haven't seen that episode, go check it out. But it's so I don't really blame him for this move. His statement read, "I condemn these murders, grieve for the victims of their despicable acts, and ache for the families who have suffered unimaginable and irreparable loss. But guided by my conscience and my experience as a public defender, I am convinced, more convinced now than ever, that we must stop the use of the death penalty at the federal level." Again, we all kind of talked about how we're not big fans of the death penalty. I'm on like a moral fence on that one. But we had some varying opinions, and I think that honestly, not the worst move by Biden on his way out.
No, I mean I don't hate it either. Because I wasn't here for that Felipe episode, but I'm on the team. It's if you want someone to suffer, you're gonna make them spend life in jail, not just give them the easy way out and give them time to sit in there for 40 years and think about what they did.
Yeah, and honestly, I do think it's a smart move by Joe Biden at the end to try to save some kind of face and prove that he has a level of competency and care that's still
he has
there.
a heart.
Yeah, and
Right.
I don't know if a lot of people have ever questioned him having a heart or not, but I think the mental faculties to think through something like this have definitely been questioned. So I think it's a somewhat smart move by him. Especially,
I think it's definitely a save face type of thing.
and it might kind of keep the keywords in this favorable light as opposed to pardoning his son. If you're gonna look up Joe Biden pardon,
Yeah.
so
I didn't even think about that.
yeah,
That's
a little
smart.
marketing
Yeah.
ploy
That's smart.
by the team, but yeah, I don't know. We can move on from this. It's not like the craziest thing in the world.
That's
Yeah.
what
Just
I'm for.
interesting.
I think we're all just kind of in
'Cause
that period of just waiting for Trump to officially get in. Like,
Right.
yeah.
I don't
exactly.
really.
Less than a month away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bang.
And I mean, I think this is an interesting point, though, and just that we don't necessarily disagree with Joe Biden in doing this. So,
Never thought that would happen.
I know.
Hey, we're crossing party lines. This is this is kind of going back to the whole immigration deal, but there's some kind of humane immigration rights coalitions that are trying to help undocumented workers stay in the United States after Trump gets in office and provide information as to how they can seek asylum and things like that. If you're one of these people, what's this guy's name? Winston Lieva? Your parents already hate you by naming you Winston. So,
Hey, shout out.
yeah,
Overwatch
you
people.
suck.
time.
But
My name is Winston.
If you want to stay in America, you do X, Y, and Z, and Trump won't come after you.
shut up, Winston. Yeah, you hate America if you want to do this. These people can come in the right way, but don't keep stowaways.
They're just doing what
Yeah.
they can to go against
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
he's
this is
doing,
just the left pushing.
You're not a hero by doing that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just the left pushing, trying to, do everything they can to go against what Trump is saying. That's it. How can we just make it as much of a shit show before he gets in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just doing what they can. I think it kind of speaks for itself.
How much is this guy really going to be able to do?
They're always going to have some sort of reaction to what they think Trump's going to do and what he says he's going to do. That's just how it's always like that,
Yeah. And at the end of the day, they're not going to catch everybody. Of
course
in
not.
here illegally. But we do hope they catch a lot of people. I wonder what some of these strategies are. It would be interesting to see like what they were telling them to do.
It's going to be interesting for sure.
Like, what? Don't talk to police ever. Don't ever like. Well, I mean, it's probably
Live
obvious,
underground.
but yeah, like I wonder what they're like.
make tunnels like the Jews.
Yeah, hide in the Jew tunnels.
They're all throughout the NYC.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm really wondering is, how Trump's going to bring in military action for this operation. Like, is there going to be retaliation among? Because he's going after like gangs and stuff. He's not necessarily going after.
like say they go into like that
Like, are there
apartment
gonna be,
complex
wars
in
the
Colorado.
streets
Yeah, are they
versus
just go
military, or
be some,
are
like-
they just going to go in there? They'll be scared, or they've already left the country, or what? I'm really curious to see how that works.
Yeah, we get like a modern day Les Mis type vibe. That'd be crazy. But yeah, it would be nuts. Like that apartment complex in Colorado that was taken over by all the gangs. Like if there's just like a full on battle in that
my
thing.
gosh.
Real
Call of
life
Duty.
COD would
Call of
go-
Duty's gonna
my
make a
God.
game out
COD,
of it.
COD
And,
would make a map out of that place.
Loading up my AR.
That would be insane.
The next pod is going to be during war.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Black Ops Immigrants.
Black Ops 7.
Black
Call of
Ops
Duty:
7.
The Immigration War.
Yeah.
Modern warfare.
Modern Warfare 4. United States
man.
against illegal immigrants.
All right, I think we're gonna hit this ad read, and we'll catch you guys on the other side. The Bro Vote is proudly sponsored by Georgia Lawn Growers. Do you want the greenest weed-free Georgia lawn? Servicing the North Atlanta suburbs for over 20 years, Georgia Lawn Growers has highly trained lawn techs that know how to give you a lawn that will make your neighbors jealous. So call Georgia Lawn Growers today or go to georgialawngrowers.com. Don't forget to mention the Bro Vote to get 20% off your first service. And welcome back. We're back from a nice little break there. So now we're going to get into some of the happenings from the past week or so as far as the Wisconsin school shooting goes. Again, just a really tough situation where one of the students at Abundant Life Christian School decided to take a gun and shoot up the school, and she ended up killing a teacher and one of her classmates, and then turned the gun on herself and ended up taking her own life as well. So obviously just a super sad situation. But I think there were a lot of factors that led up to her taking those actions that are important to talk about and are important to recognize and see for the future. She was very brainwashed is kind of like a tough word, but I think like it kind of encompasses what happened. She read a lot of like socialist Marxist literature and allegedly wrote this like 6-page manifesto talking about how humanity is just turned into scum and that she doesn't see any good in the world, and how she felt neglected by her parents and her community in general, like her school and her classmates and things like that. And even though she did have a boyfriend, which I thought was interesting, that the boyfriend didn't do anything about it or care that she was going to do this.
Or know what was going on.
Yeah,
No, I think the boyfriend knew what was going on because he had the manifesto. He was the one that like I'm pretty sure he was the one that like released it. And so yeah, and again, like she, as much as people don't want to stereotype these kinds of things, there is a stereotype of a school shooter, and she kind of fit the bill.
That's it right there, yeah.
Yeah, I was like dark makeup feature kind of thing going, like a little like shadowy. She wore the same shirt as the Columbine shooter did on
Damn.
the day. Yeah, like
Yeah, she was like fascinated with watching like school shootings and like studying like the history of school shootings in the past, which is like insane.
yeah, it's
There's something wrong with you when you do that. Oh my.
Well, in a situation like where the boyfriend knows what's happening, is he considered an accessory at this point, or
I don't know, but he's
Yeah,
definitely
like is he going to be facing any charges? Accomplice.
Wasn't there a man that was also like
so. Yeah, then I guess she was talking to this dude online. They're trying to piece together whether or not they met or to what extent they talked. But I think they've pieced together enough that like they talked about basically correlating shootings and like him doing something in California at the same time she did something in Wisconsin. He didn't end up doing anything, but they went through like all of her electronic records and found some stuff going on.
that, like he was like almost aiding her in what to do?
Yeah, and was kind of like egging her on.
I mean, how old was she? 15 years old? Is that right?
Yeah, like 15 or 16.
And a student?
Yeah, she's
Well,
a student
dude,
at the school.
what is wrong with kids? Like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, 15-year-old student takes a gun and goes and just unloads on a school. Like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, it's tough because at 15, 15 is such a tough age. Like high school is such a tough age because you are still a product of your environment, but you have enough wherewithal to understand right from wrong. And so
100%.
you're at this super impressionable age where she could have just been an entire product of her situation, and her parents neglected her emotionally, and she never had any friends, and she fits the stereotypical school shooter thing, and one day just decided like I've had enough, and it ends up happening. And maybe she's on like some antidepressant drugs or like some crap that's totally messing with her head, or maybe she got indoctrinated into all of this like crazy theory and decided that it genuinely would be better if she did this. So it's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell, if what her right from wrong looked like. What her upbringing looked like. Obviously, the raising of her upbringing was probably not great, given what she did. So it's hard to see or hard to tell if like does she really know right from wrong. I mean, obviously going to a school,
but she was like sent to a private Christian school by her parents. So then
true, yeah. I mean, that's true.
Something that I think is interesting is you see all these kids that are doing these school shootings, and they're suicidal. Most of them is what it seems like, and so instead of them just ending their own life, they're wanting to go out almost in like this form of like a martyr, even though it's
they
not
want to
like
put on a spectacle before they do it.
Exactly. So then they go
see
and do a
themselves
school
as it,
shooting, and then they kill themselves, and then they want to be like, oh well, why was this, like, instead of just why did she take her own life, why was she doing this school shoot, like why, going to depth more of like how was she raised and everything, because if you just take your own life, then there's no investigation that really takes place.
First thought across my mind when you were speaking, Anthony, is attention, right? These people are suffering because they want attention. They're depressed, they have anxiety, they feel alone. Well, and in a very messed up way,
They think this is how I'll get
this
noticed.
is how I can get attention and
Yeah.
also end my misery.
Right.
But
that's
I mean,
just
think
my-
like
my outlook.
what does this have in common with any other, or what is this different is, or different here is, gosh, wow. She has a boyfriend.
Words are a thing.
Words are hard sometimes. She has a boyfriend, so she has the attention factor, you'd think. And if her parents are sending her to a private Christian school, you'd like to think they gave her some sort of attention as well as she's getting attention from this guy online.
right.
So at this point, it's like, is attention even what she was after? Probably not.
Well, so many
Making
people
a
like
statement is probably
Right.
But there's a consistent theme is going to school, shooting people, and ending your life.
yeah. I think
Well, I think at that point they kind of realize what they've done, and they're like, "Oh crap, this is the only way out."
in the world that we live in, it's like everyone's so invested in everyone else's life that when you're not having all these people invested in your life, you feel, even though you have good people around you, maybe you have good parents or you have a boyfriend and you do have a friend or two, if you're not the most popular kid in school now, then you feel, you're not receiving all the attention and you feel like there's something wrong with you. And I feel like there's this huge escalation from there, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be, part of it could be the attention thing. I really think that a lot of it is she just started like reading literature and was exposed to media that really devalued humanity and human life in general and the human experience and glorified what she did as like an act of like martyrdom for showing the cause that like humanity is like at an all-time low.
Right.
But
They're still going to
again, it's like a twisted way of thinking to be like, let's create more chaos by doing this, to show that humanity is a terrible thing. So
What's the fix on it, though? Like we keep the
for what?
To
Stop
reduce
school shootings?
reduce these school shootings. Like
Yeah.
we keep going into let's remove the guns because that's the issue.
Guns. The gun's not a problem.
It's the family. We need to
Right.
reunite
That's exactly what I was gonna
families,
say.
and
Exactly.
we need to have stronger parents in the world.
Exactly.
That's the solution. And there's not going to be. I mean, that's not going to get solved.
And I think a subset of that is monitoring social media activity for young kids.
Yeah, look at what your kids are doing.
People
Yeah.
that are 8 and 9 years old don't need to have access to any kind of social media.
Right.
Like, I mean, I don't think I need access to social media. I'm 24.
Yeah, like watch what your kids are doing. Make sure that they're not talking to just random adult strangers online. Like make sure they're
have
not
a unified family.
reading.
There's also plenty of ways through technology now to where parents can monitor every single thing their kid looks
100%.
at, does on their phone.
But it's funny too because that's way more prevalent than it used to be. But also in secular society, if you will, a lot of the parents have that mindset of just leaving their kids be because they don't want to, invade their kids' privacy, and that's why you have parents not monitoring anything that their kids are doing. Meanwhile, they're looking at all this just crazy shit, and then you end up with stuff like this. And Dom's totally right. Like it all goes back to the family.
And if you look at it, those parents that are just kind of like let everything go, I think we all know people that are like that, and they're either one of two extremes. They're either super successful and they took that as okay, I'm gonna like work hard because I want attention of my parents and I want them to care. And then there's the others that were like, all right, they don't care. I'm just gonna do drugs.
Right.
And now are struggling.
Well, yeah, she did say she felt neglected by her parents, and then she called her dad like in the manifesto like a stupid idiot or something like that, because it's how she got the gun. Is like,
oh, okay.
You just didn't keep it in a safe.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
something like
I'm
that.
sure there's way more to that whole dynamic
Right.
than
What
just
really-
kind of what we have right now.
Hopefully we'll
But
find out at some point.
We just never see what's behind closed doors.
of course,
So
Yeah, I think it's so tragic that these things have to happen and so sad.
Mm-hmm.
But there are so many lessons that we can learn moving forward about these things.
Yeah.
Like, they show up as glaring red flashing lights every time it happens
Mm-hmm.
to the issues that need to be addressed among the
Right.
teenage population that doesn't have positive role models.
Right.
You look at the so-called like famous influencer people that are all online and things like that. They're all negative role models for these kids. They're all they glorify so many like despicable aspects of life, or present an extravagant lifestyle as something that's normal. So
and that you should be
either way
pursuing.
Either
Right.
way, it's wow. This thing that's a really despicable aspect of humanity looks so cool. I should do that. Or, oh my gosh, this crazy lifestyle is what's normal, and I live a Jones's lifestyle, and I'm never gonna see that. So my life must suck.
Right.
That's what I was going back with the whole attention thing. Is a basic life doesn't seem basic, like your average life doesn't seem like it's average anymore because of social media. And so you live this standard life and you think it sucks because all you're seeing on your feed is these people.
How much better it could be.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more.
Subconsciously, what you look at.
And then you start blaming your parents and stuff like
Right.
that, and
I
think
couldn't
you
agree
have a
more.
shitty
Yeah, and if
environment.
you have no guidance from your parents reassuring you that where you are is in the right place and that what you're glorifying is not, then obviously you're going to be lost as an individual.
And when you don't have a guiding light of a faith background or religion, or like
100%.
like we all have a Catholic Christian background, but like
Right.
most religions that believe in a singular God like have a standard of living that you're supposed to like try to
And
achieve.
morality, too.
Yeah, and a morality and a value of like human life and human dignity. And when you don't have that, you just get caught up in, oh, I don't have all the material things. Oh, my life's not as great as everybody else's. Oh, I want to do drugs. I want to chase sex. I want to chase like attention.
Just chase the good time.
Yeah, and then you just kind of end up not being able to sustain those things, and life seems to feel a lot more bleak than it should.
Hit no on that, Michael.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Moving on.
I think we need to move on from that now. I think
Family's important.
Family's important. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, Michael, you want to read kind of some of the points on this one?
Yeah, let me pull it up on my phone real quick. My neck's killing me.
So I'll read the topic real quick, Michael, and then you can start on the points. So the topic is Matt Gaetz was paid. He paid thousands for drugs and sex. Matt Gaetz, if you don't remember who he is or know who he is, Trump recently did. He was the original pick for Trump's attorney general.
Yeah, this one is. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. He paid a 17-year-old for sex and consumed illegal drugs. Like, why is this the common thing with? Like, I don't get it.
It's because they're in a position of power and they think they can get away with anything.
Exactly. Yeah,
But it's been proven time and time again
Matt
that
Gaetz
it ends up
yeah.
coming out anyway.
And everyone thinks it's not going to be them.
But you could just get a pardon from your dad, who's the president as well.
But yeah, I mean, Gaetz, so he was a representative in Florida, and so then he gets appointed to be the next attorney general.
Right.
And he goes under House investigation, basically to just do an ethics check on him, and all this stuff comes out. I mean, $90,000 in payments to 12 women for sex. One is including a 17-year-old who wasn't even a senior in high school. Like, how
But it's always
effed
kids.
in the head
Like,
are
what?
you? Yeah.
I feel like more of this has come out, like cases like this have
He's
come out
also
this year
married,
than they
dude.
have.
Like, just
Yeah.
have sex with your wife.
I think that's what it is.
I don't know what else to say.
If you want the fame, you got to sell your soul. So
That's what
you
it-
sell your
that's what
soul
it
by
Yeah.
doing evil acts. Like,
But I think what is one thing that comes from this that we all have to kind of look at and evaluate is, do we just blindly trust the people that are being put into power because they're Republican?
Right.
No.
Or because they're nominated by Trump?
no, there's
Who obviously
corruption everywhere.
can't know everything either. Like I'm
Right,
sure if Trump
right.
knew all this stuff, he wouldn't have appointed him in the first place. But and so I think it's a tough place for us to be in, where it's like we want to support obviously the party that we align with and support Trump as a president and assume that he's making the best decisions possible. But there are a lot of Republican nominees who have like very shit personal lives. I mean, you
Right.
think like Trump Jr. is like he's been divorced twice, I think. And then he was engaged to that Kimberly Guilfoyle lady, and then he cheated on her. And then, like Pete Hegseth, like the Secretary of Defense dude, who's up for or is the nominee for it. He's been divorced like 3 times. He's on wife number 4. Like, I think that there should be a level of moral upstanding
Yeah.
within the government, and we shouldn't just blindly follow these people just because they're Republican.
I agree. No, I totally agree.
100%. I think my point on all this is that no matter what, no matter how good you or like whatever you follow, the man will always corrupt it. It's something that like not man and woman, but I'm just like there will always be corruption wherever you go. And in any party you align with any religion that you follow, there's always corruption somewhere in some way because people fall. We have free will, so you're going to fall to an evil at some point. Or a lot of people fall a lot worse than others. And this shouldn't make you say, oh, I don't want to be a Republican because you have this issue with Matt Gaetz. This is an issue in him as a whole. It's not, there's this huge issue with the Republican Party, but I do agree that there should be a moral standpoint that when you're appointing people to these positions of running a country, you want them to have a decent moral alignment, and a moral compass.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are a lot of uneducated people out there that vote for party just because of party, right? Like I align with, right-minded policies, and I'm going to vote for, right-minded people, whoever they are. And I think we fail to look at that person morally and just, what type of human being they are, like aside from a politician, right?
Yeah. I think we're all guilty of that.
Anybody can just tell you what you want to hear, right?
Right.
It's up to us as a citizen to do our own research and to form our own opinion based off of that.
Yeah, I think what's tough is like you want to, at the end of the day, pick the lesser of two evils kind of thing. I think that's the story of American politics in general right now. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that Trump is like some
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly, Mr. Clean. Like
you have to be bald
Mr.
for
Clean,
that.
yeah. The orange man's going pasty and bald.
Being a professional or successful businessman by just being a good person,
right?
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
If you think that, you're ignorant. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Facts.
like I'm not gonna sit up here and say that like the entire Republican Party is these most upstanding people who never do anything wrong. But my wish would be that there would be more people like a J.D. Vance or Vivek Ramaswamy who have a wife, have a couple kids, are outwardly faithful. Like Vivek's a Hindu, JD's a Catholic. Like, have a moral compass that you abide by, and don't just say like, "Oh, I believe in God," but then you're gonna cheat on your wife and get divorced and remarried 4 times.
Yeah.
That goes back to what I said. The last thing, it's what you don't see behind closed doors.
Right.
Everyone can appear to be the most faithful, the most pure, perfect person, but then things like this happen where they get the spotlight off them for a second, and they go and they're paying millions of dollars to a 17-year-old to have sex with them. So it's
crazy.
It's the things that people do when they're not, they don't have the spotlight. That's why, there's the saying, it's like, whatever you do, there's always someone watching. Mm-hmm. And, whether it's just you're at work and you're doing the little thing, and someone's watching you do it, or it's something like this, you should always got to be cognizant of
But it's tough because, with the integrity thing, should the things like this give us pause or not? Or should we just say, oh, they're going to put in Republican policies? It's a tough place to live on the right wing when we say that, as the Republican Party, we have, a religious background and a moral compass that should be aligned with those values.
I think you can even take it down further than just parties. There's plenty of churches out in the country, or in this country, that have fraudulent things happening inside them and whatnot. So there's always going to be people like this, and that's one thing I was going to say when Don was talking was, instead of just voting on parties, look at not only who they are, but look at policies.
Yeah.
And that was something I did that for the first time this year, was I looked at policies from Trump, RFK, and Kamala, and you have to align yourself with what policy is, not by what party they associate with.
You should not vote based off of how you like an individual, really. you should vote based off the policies that you agree with. But that also that's difficult at the same time. I know like people just didn't vote for Trump because they didn't like him, but they didn't even look at his policies.
That's not a valid reason to.
It's tough. You kind of have to somewhat straddle the line between like the person's morality versus what they're going to stand for on a federal stage, or even like a local stage, whether it's.
Gates was definitely not the right pick.
Yeah.
Like this is
No, for sure.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta look at where you are. Like you are in the spotlight, so to speak. Like you got to know that people are always watching, like you were saying, and don't think that just because you have money or status or whatever it is that no one's gonna find out, or you can just buy your way out of it. That's what gets me just absolutely pissed off. Is like it's not like everyone's gonna know who you are and your name. Look at the position that you're in. You know, it's so frustrating.
Also, when there's an opposing force trying to take something out, they're going to do anything in their power, finding dirt on you, doing any type of, background check, finding any type of...
Nothing you do is secret.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, in this case especially, Trump appoints someone, they're going to get heavily researched.
Yeah,
that's just all part of it.
Yeah, it's what's been happening. Remember with the Supreme Court justices like Kavanaugh, that was like a whole deal. They tried to put him in the same court or the same camp as Gates, but hey, beat the case.
Beat the case.
Beat the case. All right, we're gonna move on to some more fun topics now.
Yeah, head behind the bar.
Yeah, we're gonna go behind the bar and
well, kind of
combine behind the bar and idiot of the week.
The bar, yeah. Idiot of the week. The what? Behind the bar.
You want to introduce it?
Oh yeah. So this week's idiot of the week / behind the bar is the entire college football playoff committee. I think Kirk Herbstreit said it best when we need to look at wins, we need to not look at wins and who the wins actually are. Like a team like Indiana, who they have 11 wins. People that don't watch college football or fringe fans will say, "Oh, they have 11 wins. They're a good team." But look at the wins that they beat, or they had. They had the 158th hardest strength of schedule, and it showed. Granted, the scoreboard for that game and the Clemson game don't reflect how the game actually went. Clemson and Indiana were both getting destroyed for 3 quarters, and then made a little bit of something happen.
Dude, I was really looking forward to watching football this past week, and I was just so let down.
It was disappointing.
They're all bad
I
games.
knew they
horrible.
weren't going to be great games, but I mean,
I still expect it competitive.
Yeah, exactly. At least you hope.
Yeah.
But teams like Alabama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina are all just sitting there punching air right now because they know they could have put a better product out there than what was.
And I mean,
especially Indiana and
SMU.
I
mean,
and
Tennessee
Clemson.
even.
All of them. They all sucked.
I mean, I guess the problem is, though, like, how do you reward a team that has an undefeated schedule or has 1 loss or, Like,
that's the thing.
At the end of the day, if you have 1 loss or no losses, you're going to go play in your conference championship. And if you get embarrassed like Indiana did against Penn State, Oregon
played Penn State, yeah. That was a close game in that Big Ten championship.
Lost to
Ohio State.
Yeah, they got embarrassed by Ohio State. That's what it was. Yeah.
I only watch football at work.
Yeah, I mean, and Tennessee kind of destroyed the SEC hypotheticals, and as an Alabama fan, it's I know we could have potentially done better than any of those 3 teams that lost, but then at the end of the day, it's
Tennessee also it was just they
Tennessee played the worst version of Alabama football this year, which can't
I did
complain.
watch that one.
Can't play. I mean, they won, so there's nothing you can't.
Tennessee and SMU was just poor quarterback play.
Yeah, for watching that Tennessee game, I thought Nico was the only one trying.
Terrible.
Yeah,
the guy, like,
it was so
I swear,
bad.
every snap he took, he didn't know how to stay in the pocket. He ran 10 yards back, and he would get sacked and for a loss of 15.
Well, him running is why they did so well this season. And then once he actually faced a team that could stop the quarterback run, then it was all done.
Penn State's front 7 is on.
Yeah, you're playing a Big Ten defense, which is not an SEC defense, but it's still much better than a ACC defense, and they're playing in stadiums that Happy Valley is one of the hardest places to play in the country. I don't care how bad James Franklin is.
Yeah, they were down to one timeout left with 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Because they had to call 2 timeouts because the crowd was so loud
Yeah.
and they couldn't hear anything.
You just don't get that in the ACC. I don't care if it's Clemson. Clemson probably, but Florida State, not this year. Florida
Not
State,
this year.
No.
normally would be one of those hard places to play. Even, Miami plays in Hard Rock Stadium is probably a half full at best.
Yeah, they never filled out. The
Yeah,
stadium.
it's it's not like you go to Iowa and it's a packed stadium.
Right.
They're loud. I mean, the Rose Bowl, any other conference, Florida, Bryant Denny, whatever. Like, I mean, unless you're going to Vandy, and then it's just all like that game was.
Construction workers.
Yeah, that like we had more fans there than them, and we still lost.
Tragic.
But you're not getting that kind of exposure and experience in those tough environments in the ACC, which I think we're gonna have to. They're gonna have to rethink how they do this whole college football and who gets in. Because at the end of the day, are there really 12 teams that can win a national championship in football? It's not basketball. Basketball, you can win on any given night.
I don't know. I mean, I think 12 teams is good because it leaves a little Cinderella aspect. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that if it was just 4 teams, the top 4 teams, Boise State would have been in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
who
no,
knows?
they wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
Let's look at the next round of games. Michael, can you just pull that up?
Oregon
So-
Ohio State rematch. That's the one I'm excited for.
Yeah, you have Oregon Ohio State rematch. You have
In the Rose Bowl.
Camera? Is it good?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay. Pull
Can you
pull
pull
up the
up-
next round of games. You have Georgia, Notre Dame,
Yeah, I just want to. I look. You want to see where they are. Too.
Penn State, Boise State, and then I'm missing one.
Oregon Ohio State, Arizona State.
That's what Arizona State against
Texas, and
Yeah,
in Atlanta at the
okay,
Chick-fil-A Bowl. Is it still
Bevo's
Chick-fil-A
not
Bowl?
allowed
They
in.
changed it. Who?
Atlanta has said that Bevo is never allowed to be there. That just came out.
Look up ESPN.
Yeah,
Just
just
go
look
to
up.
ESPN.
Yeah, go to ESPN, and then click on college football scoreboard. It's like the second result.
Click CFP right next to bowls. No, down. Down.
No, you
Down.
that bracket.
Oh, okay, that works too.
All right, so Texas, Arizona State in the Peach Bowl
And
here in
Atlanta.
the ATL.
Forks up. You know,
mean,
I say
would,
that.
I would love to see Arizona State win. I don't think
Same.
they have a prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think they have a prayer.
Bo Scadaboo, dog. But
He's a savage.
is he going to be a dog against Texas?
I think Sarkisian, he's just on like a warpath now.
Yeah.
He wants to go all
I
the
love
way
Sark.
and then face Georgia, which I do not want to happen because I don't think we beat them 3 times.
Nobody wants that to happen because it's just a game number 3, and
Yeah.
it's not like it's been an
Dude,
exciting
I do
2
not wanna
games.
Play Texas again. That was so boring. I mean,
Yeah.
hold on, time out. SEC championship was fun to be at. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I do not want to play Texas again.
No, I think we lose if we play Texas again. To be honest with you,
Especially if they
I think
play Arch
Sarkisian's
Manning a
just
little
going to be.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's true. And also, I mean, SEC championship was a lot of penalty yards on them, and kind of got.
SEC ref
Kinda
crews
got
have
by
been
with
terrible all
that
year.
I mean, I will say with the Georgia game, it's going to be interesting because we got a new quarterback, backup.
Yeah, we'll
backup
Hey,
get, we'll
quarterback
get
Hey,
to that.
I
one.
think-
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
one. We'll
Dogs
get to
are
that.
unfavored.
We'll
I
get there.
I love it.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
You guys can all stop slobbing all over you.
Sorry that you're a Florida fan. I can't help that you
well,
still live with Tebow and live in that era.
Right, scroll down, Michael. So Rose Bowl is Oregon and Ohio State. That's actually kind of sick that the Rose Bowl ended up being
Oregon Ohio State.
Big
Pac-
Ten or Big
Pac-12, Big
OG
Ten.
Pac-12,
OG
and
Pac-12,
Big Ten the way it's supposed to be. So the last time they played was in Eugene,
And
it came down to like third overtime or something like that.
no. I don't
It didn't get to overtime. It was right at the end. Of the game.
and
Last possession. Yeah,
what's
yeah.
his face?
Will Howard.
Yeah, well, Howard just numb brain
Yeah.
move
Yeah, dumb move.
and went down and bounced. Bad move. I don't think they had timeouts left either. So either way, that'll be fun on a neutral field. I know the past 2 times Oregon and Ohio State have played on a neutral field, Ohio State has won. Which I kind of think Ohio State might get the job done. I don't think Dan Lanning's a great coach.
I think Ryan Day is like
This is a make or break thing
Yeah, I
though, for
think
him.
he's on
Yeah, I think if he loses this game,
a little bit of a revenge tour.
I think if he loses in the playoffs and it's not in the national championship and it's not close, I think he's done.
Yeah,
100%.
Because people already want him gone.
right.
And this is his like kind of saving grace, is if he can make it through this gauntlet. Yeah, I mean, I think Ohio State can get it done. I don't want them to. I just think I don't know.
Dude,
I don't
let's
think Dan
talk
Lanning's a
about
good coach.
just real quick. Ohio State number 4 wide receiver.
Jeremiah Smith.
Dude, holy
Yeah.
cow! That
Yeah,
guy is
he's a-
Megatron.
he's
He's the
a
next
dog.
Megatron.
He's a dog.
Dog, true freshman.
Yeah.
He's still
that
not as
is
good as Ryan
insane,
Williams,
bro.
but
The way the guy looks and just like how
He's better.
fast he is, how powerful.
he's got the size.
insane, dude.
He's got the size.
Stop writing. What? Oh my gosh, words are also hard for me. I was saying stop writing.
Nothing you
Williams.
say is going to be
We're
relevant
losing.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you missed the punchline.
I did.
Womp, 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 womp.
All right, Penn State at Boise State.
Oh, I see.
Boise State's gonna
This is
destroy.
the mid off of the whole thing. Like,
No, Boise State's running away with this game.
no, they're
Boise
not.
State is
No,
Boise
they're
State
not.
is they're getting it done.
They're not.
Penn State.
I want to believe that Boise State is getting it
Can
done.
we not talk over each other? Can we just wait for each person to talk?
You're gonna tell me
Yeah, go on.
James Franklin can win on 2 ranked games in a row? I don't think anyone has faith in
Boise
that.
State has a great running back, and that's it. And Penn State's gonna stop whatever.
They have a 5-star
Penn State's
quarterback.
gonna stop.
Hey, according to my little brother Matt, that's all you need.
Penn State's defense is gonna stop whatever else.
Penn
they
State's
have.
defense is gonna be so surprised when they see this Michael Myers dude in the backfield looking him down, and they're like, "Oh, I got him." Nope, he's gone. He's 20 yards behind you. You better catch up.
I really hope it plays out that way.
Yeah, I'm big on
Prove,
Boise
prove
State
that
for
he
this.
should have won the Heisman.
I just think that Penn State's front seven is arguably one of the best in the country. Their offense is terrible, but I think that if they can hold Ashton Genty to under 150 yards, they win the game.
I think at the end of the day, if this becomes a close game, Boise State's automatic. James Franklin just historically is not a great coach in big games.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And they're not going to have the Happy Valley advantage.
They're not going to have the noise, the home field.
Yeah.
Because where is that? Arizona?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Phoenix.
Yeah.
All right, then the final one, Sugar
big
Bowl in NOLA.
Anybody
Let's
want to
go Irish, baby. Let's go Irish.
Anyone want to go to NOLA for this game? I
Yes.
don't like either team, but NOLA trip.
NOLA trip.
We'll be in
It comes down to Gunner.
But
If Gunner plays like Gunner played in high school, we haven't really seen much of him. Obviously, he played
if
in
he plays
the
like
second
he played in high
half.
school, if he plays like he did against a guy coming off a full day of school, had an algebra 2 class before this, decides,
So you should play better
I'm
then,
5'6"
is really what it
white
is.
boy, and I'm guarding some big black receiver who's getting thrown to by Gunner Stockton. Yeah,
Can I get a
that's
quick
exactly
PSA?
who he's going to play in Notre Dame.
I'm just saying, if he performs like he did in high school, all right, just calm
I'm
down.
agree-
Stop just being so butthurt that Florida sucks.
I'm not. I'm actually not because we're gonna be in the playoff next year. I'm resigning.
DJ.
DJ
DJ.
Radway is him. He literally showed it against Tulane this past week. Anyway,
Tulane.
I
You had
think-
half their team out.
I think that this game will be a lot closer than everybody thinks. The line, look, Vegas only has his UJ minus 1.5. That's crazy.
I don't think this game's going to be close at all. I think Gunnar Stockton's going to shock the world.
No.
And let it be known, I'm the biggest Georgia hater out there, but I
Thank
think
you.
Gunnar Stockton shocks the world.
Yeah, I don't know. The kid's a dog. I mean, I think he has trouble with his arm a little bit, but he has good vision.
He hasn't been in a
he
big
can
game.
run pretty well, and
He can run
I'm
pretty
out.
well until somebody
I'm
folds him
out.
in half.
I'm out. Oh, yep, took that hit like a dog though, dude.
Yeah, his
SEC
eyes, he
championship
saw his brain.
Comes in, not
hit it
expecting,
Tua.
comes in and gets the job done. I mean, dude, that's your dog for that. I mean, I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Also, our wide receivers have to catch. I think we'll have Colby
Yeah.
Young though, right?
I think he's still
still
up in the air.
questionable.
Questionable
Yeah,
right
okay,
now.
He's practicing that. That's all
But-
I know, but.
No,
And also, the dogs work best off of when we're unfavored and we have something to work up to. Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I think the
when
team.
everybody doubts us,
Yeah,
we get the
because you
job done.
suck when you're favored by 12 points.
No, I think
I'm
the team just
excited.
rallies around Gunnar Stockton more than Carson Beck. I feel like Carson
100%.
Beck's not a locker room guy. And I feel like Gunnar Stockton's that guy that's just like, all right, y'all, let's go in there. Let's take over this trap and let's get this game over with.
Also, dude, I think it like gave the team more energy and just like a fresh.
It's a let's go get it for this guy.
Everyone was hyping him
Yeah,
up,
that's like what happens when that's how it happens a lot when a quarterback goes down, or like in the NFL when a coach gets fired. Then the next game is.
I mean, look at the Falcons.
The team is like, everyone is like, oh, I got to do it for me.
Mike Penix.
Michael Penis Jr. going crazy.
How about Kyle Pitts? He somehow got an interception.
Bro.
It's more catches than he's had the rest of his career.
All right. Do we want to run the little show for the Christmas
so instead of the podium today, we decided to do a little pod Secret Santa between the fellas.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna film that. So we'll take a break for a second, and then
We'll throw that clip
jump
on
back
here.
in. Yeah. All right.
So how this is going to roll is one by one, we're going to open our gifts in front of the camera, and then the guys in the back are going to chime in. So I'm first, obviously. Let's see. I already know who I got it from.
Wait, can you show us the wrapping job real quick?
Yeah. We got a book bag. You know. And then we got a little grocery.
Shake it. See what it is.
What is it, guys? Oh no! Oh no! It's Japanese whiskey.
Oh.
Such a fire. Let's see. I've never had Japanese
Nice
whiskey,
your ID,
so
sir.
I'm excited to get a little try, dude.
There's something else in that bag.
Is there
too.
something else, too?
There's a bag inside the bag.
Oh, there's a bag inside of a bag.
Shake it.
Love the wrapping. It's like the bell from the Polar Express, right?
Can you hear the jingle?
A little cigar action. Solid. Nice, dude. Nice. This is from Alex.
This is from me. I'm a big Japanese whiskey guy. I think it's fire. So that's a good bottle that was recommended to me.
I appreciate it, dude. We can open it up later. I'm excited for it. Give it a little try. Anyone else got any insight?
No, go be a father.
All right. I'll go be a father now. Love y'all. Peace.
See you, buddy. See ya.
Camera reveal.
Yeah, this is my face, by the way. Good wrapping job. Let's
He probably did the best out of all of us. One single beer.
Got a nice little Guinness.
Oh, I was right.
Nice. This is food, isn't it? Oh! Let's go.
Oh,
dude.
dang.
Nice little steak. What we got? Ribeye.
I want everyone to know
That's my
that
favorite
that
cut.
bag has been in the freezer all podcast, and we were all just like questioning it.
I figured for the the college boy, he needs a good little meal. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I bought you a nice steak and a little beer.
Yeah, this is my favorite cut too.
Ribeye.
Ribeye,
Dude,
yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
It's an adult lunchable.
I'm actually gonna freeze this until Athens and then cook it in Athens.
Solid, dude. All right. Well, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Aunt.
I definitely, in terms of rapping, I did not.
All right. Yeah. Here we go. Oh wait, hold on. This might be drip.
Oh,
Hey,
snap.
yo, that's drip.
Dang.
Hey, I got nice. That's hard.
That's nice.
It's gonna be a little big, but it's a big cut.
Hey, hold up.
Mike.
Hold up. We'll do a little try-on haul for the fellas.
Yeah, try it on. It's gonna be a tad big, but it's a bigger coat, so you can layer it or
Word.
wear that oversized fit. Nice. Oh wait. Drip.
Hey. Drip.
Wait, show the back.
Drip.
Show the back. Yo.
Try not to give you a full doggy
All right,
spot.
who do you think it is?
Doggy view.
Who do you think
Hey,
the Secret Santa
freeze.
is?
Freeze, Dom.
My gosh, bro. What the?
Oh, you actually
What
rapped?
the heck, Jack?
Should I open one first, or does it matter?
It
doesn't matter?
It's just a bunch of random stuff I found at Walmart.
Oh my god.
Dude. Jack, that is A1 Secret Santa.
I even put name tags on there.
What? No way.
I'm into it.
Is that what I think it is?
Probably.
No, are you, bro?
I saw it as I was walking. I'm like, I gotta get it.
Wait, show. Camera can't see. Camera see.
Let me finish.
Bro, rip it off.
Can you stop?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
So it's how
That's
many?
an
18.
arsenal
18
of Twinkies.
I'm gonna eat one right now.
It's a good thing Anthony's not down here, or else his no seed oils would have an aneurysm.
Michael, can I get one of those? Yeah. Just kidding. I've actually never had that.
No way. You've never had
Never had a Twinkie? You have to have one. It's like bulking season.
Here.
How many
Who wants one? You want one?
$200 now.
You sure?
Yeah. I gotta go work out after this month.
I did too, bro. I'm going with you.
Yeah, but I like to throw up if I too much.
All right. Taste test. 1, 2, 3.
Twinkie ASMR.
Tastes like sugar.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah. There's more.
Bro, you got a lot more presents to open up.
It's probably all gonna be food.
You can eat later, fireman.
It's coming flat.
There's a long one. Of that.
Wrapping job was very good, Jack.
What we got here? Volcano motion lamp. Hey, Stress.
Dude, I saw us
Why
like
don't you dance on by?
I saw it and I was like, "You're moving into a new house soon. It's something to decorate with."
Hey, I'll
Everyone
Good
needs
choice.
a lava lamp.
I think that was cool like 15 years ago.
I love.
I'm still gonna put it
I
somewhere.
think it might be like 30.
Put that right there.
I thought it was cool.
Oh, bro, and you got
Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
string on it too. What the- That is tiny.
Show it.
It's a mini.
That's sick.
It's a mini
dude.
drone.
That's awesome.
That's
Personally,
funny.
I would love that.
Oh, I'm gonna
If you
use.
see it flying over your house, shoot it down.
All right, let me put that one right here.
Get more gifts?
Here, there's one more.
I think there's one. Yeah, one more.
This is the worst one.
Dude,
That's definitely like chocolate or something.
I'm flipping around.
no way. No way. I got a mini RC fire truck.
It has to go with the house. Has to go with the front
Oh,
of the
that
house.
yeah. I'm putting. You see this little guy? I'm putting him in the engine, right on the driver's seat dash. That's where it's going.
That's awesome.
That is hilarious.
I went and I
Radio
was looking for, like,
control
a big
fire
one.
truck.
I was looking for a big one, but that was the only one they had. So I was like, oh, I gotta get it.
All right. Oh, it says try me. Hold on. Oh, there's
It's just
no
like-
sewing. It's just lights. Okay. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Just paying respects to all the volunteer firefighters out there. Yeah.
Just volunteers.
All right. Yeah, just the volunteers.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
All
I don't
right.
mean anything.
We got here. Oh, same wrapping as myself.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got here? Oh, I can already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is this?
Open it up.
Craftsman's bench. Oh, hey. This is actually sick.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Yo, that is awesome. Dude. Nice little cigar carrier.
Mm-hmm.
And that crispy leather color. That is fire. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Smell test?
Dude, it smells. It smells just like the inside of a humidor. It smells so nice.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Anyway, thank you for watching episode 5 of the Bro Vote. If you are still here, comment, like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, tell a friend. All of that really helps us a ton. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Yeah, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Merry Christmas.